Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Adobe Live. My name's Ryan Selvey, and I always love these streams when I get to join by Jacob. Hey, Jacob, what's going on, man?
Hey Ryan, how's it going?
It's going
Great to be
great.
back.
Great to be back. Great to be back on the big screen. There is a large portion of people who watch YouTube on their TVs. So if we're on your TVs, please, by all means, let us know. We're also now exclusively on YouTube. So there should be nowhere else you're seeing this video, which is very exciting. All the chat is happening right here. Hello to Cody. And if you're watching the replay, we'll make it worth your while. But it is a live stream. So if you're watching this, it's the unedited version. But we're getting through a lot today. Jacob, for anyone who's unfamiliar with you, your work, or just who you are as a person, who are you?
Oh, hey, well, I realize this is perfect time. I have a new website. My name is Jacob. I am part of Adobe Live along with a real estate video production and photography company called Modern Home Marketing. And today we will be doing all things Firefly Boards and what's new in Premiere. So
Cool.
fun things to dive in. Also, let me know where y'all are tuning in from. It's always cool hearing the different parts of the world where everyone's from. So, yeah,
Love to hear it. But yeah, you have a new website. It's got some beautiful properties, all of which you own, and you are just kind of like droving across them. Got some drone shots, got some tripod shots. And so you,
that's
you
right.
you predominantly focus on real estate videos and the beautiful videos that people use to sell their houses or properties, right?
Yeah, we help sellers make more money by, presenting their property in the best light. And I want to use Firefly boards because we actually use a lot of virtual twilights
Mm-hmm.
to make these like really epic sort of you know twilight looking shots. Instead of
Right.
physically having to be there anymore, you can use all these different partner models in boards and you can make some really cool stuff. So I actually have like this master board that every time I come on the show, it just gets better and better of these real estate generations. Like,
Yeah.
um, we started making things like this, um, all different cool generations. This was a while ago, but all these like basically things that aren't necessarily real and then turning them real, like turning these into virtual twilights and things like that.
Yeah. So when you're saying virtual twilights, what do you mean by that?
Exactly what you're looking at right here. So like this was shot in daytime and we were able to use these video generation tools to make it look like it's at a different time.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, this is our stream last week, and you can go into how we did that. We're going to be doing some different things today, along with looking at what's new in Premiere, because there's a bunch of small little tweaks that I wanted to go through. But video generation does kind of take time to do, so I thought maybe we would start in boards and then mosey our way into Premiere.
Sounds like a plan to me. If you guys have any questions along the way, please, by all means, throw them in the chat. I'll be sure to relay them over to Jacob. And yeah, would love to see how you guys are using it and if there's any new tools that you guys are particularly excited about. Because there's lots of updates this last few weeks, and it's exciting to keep up with them. But
It is unreal how fast things are moving, right? Like
yeah,
I made a cheat sheet here to help y'all because when you're in the generate image tab or you're in the generate video tab, there's all these partner models, right? You have Firefly video and then all the partner models. So I made a little breakdown for us. Just like I'm in school, I needed a cheat sheet.
yeah,
And
that's why they make them for a reason, right? They're helpful. So um, I can also go ahead and I'll also be sure I can screenshot this and then I can also get this uploaded onto the Discord where you guys can check out that for your own.
yeah, but basically what we want to be using today for video generations is Runway Alpha, because it lets you use the footage that you already shot. So the cool thing about that is like when you click on generate video, you get to select if you click onto Runway Alpha, you get to select your own video, which is unlike the other models. So you can actually say, I want it to take this video that I have and then alter it. And that's exactly what we're doing because one of these homes I was at the other day, I thought it would be the perfect demo to figure out and try live if we can virtually stage a room. Because look, they left they left a couple rooms empty.
Why
And
would you do that?
I was like, huh. Well,
Seems
here's the thing, right? With the way AI's headed, it's like, do you even need staging anymore? Or can you just virtually stage every property?
well,
Zillow
it's
has virtual staging that you can just pull a slider and make it Mediterranean or modern contemporary and whatever you need.
or lots of video games and single. What mine would be if it was up to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it a dark room.
Make this a dark room.
That's
Black. What would this look
messy.
like if I black out all of the windows and make it look like a basement?
That's not how we sell homes, Ryan.
You know what? That's why I don't have a house, I guess.
So yeah, I saw these empty rooms and I was like, oh my gosh, this might be our time to shine. Um, so one thing that I did learn in this process is the first thing that you want to do when there are so many different um, things you want to change, like furniture, is you actually want to generate the photo first and then use
Okay.
that as a reference image for the video. So this is actually a generated photo. This is a real photo.
All
You
right.
can't really tell. I quite literally took um, this empty. This is the photo version of this,
Okay.
um, and I just took an actual staged room, which was here, and then I said, "Hey, this is a virtually staged empty room. Keep the room itself completely unchanged." Um, and it did it. And I was I was pretty impressed. This is using Nano Banana 2. And from there, I was able to take that image and turn it
Apply it
into
to
a video.
a new kind
Yeah,
of
because I was
video.
like, what if like what if we take this and turn it into there, right? And so I have the
Yeah.
prompts here, and we're gonna go over with a new example of this right now. But I just wanted to conceptualize what we're doing and then show you guys how we do it.
Nice and clean. It's got that nice change of perspective too, as it's kind of roving through the space. Gives you a better feeling of it actually being an inhabitable area. We have Sean
Yep.
joining us in the chat. Good morning to Sean. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
So I'll let you guys decide. We have some fun things that we could generate. We can generate virtual twilights, like maybe a
Mm,
sweeping shot of the front of this house. Let me find the front. Is it is it the first photo? Yeah, what if we
ooh,
had
look at
like
that
a
staircase.
sweeping drone shot of this, right?
Okay.
Like that could be cool. I'm gonna add that in. That'll be some fun generations. I want to add in some virtual twilights that we could add. I think this would be cool. Kind of.
And this is all stuff that you're shooting on just like your regular cameras. Is this color corrected or anything yet? Or is this all kind of selects that you
Yeah,
have from
these
previous
these
shoots?
were created in Nano Banana actually. These are
Oh,
fake virtual twilights.
wow.
I
All
can show you
right.
the daytime images. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool how far we've gone and what we're able to do, to be honest. I find it impressive.
Now,
Uh,
is virtual twilight something that pretty much all the clients always want to see?
Funny enough, some clients don't, and there was a
Yeah,
perfect property that the client didn't want it, and I think it would be fun if we have time on the stream to do. This is the
let's
real
go.
photo, and then this is using Nano Banana.
Wow, that's so cool. It's also
And
going to
yeah,
be
you
really
see,
good for. So the one on the left is the that's the real one, or the one
no,
on the
the
left
left
is the.
one is the virtual twilight. The right, you can tell we shot the whole property during in the daytime.
Oh, okay,
And you see all these shadows, and it got rid of all the shadows.
gotcha.
Clients really like it. I think it's like, in the past you would need to shoot it during the day and then come back 6 hours later and shoot it like this.
You know what?
And it
Oh
still
my
doesn't look
gosh.
like
I realized I'm looking at the screen backwards. So I was like, Jacob totally messed up his directions, but I instead just look insane because I realized that I'm looking at a flipped version. All right. So, yes, the one on the left then is the Twilight one, which then it's cool to be able to see the light that's even kind of being shown from inside the house, which gives a much warmer and inhabitable space, which is uh,
I mean,
really, I
this is
mean, yeah,
just
people can see it.
nuts.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
The
And
lattice
I
shadow too, just completely gone.
yeah. I think I threw the virtual. Oh, you know what?
How do you
I'll
feel
find the
about
virtual
lattice?
prompt for you. Sorry?
How do you feel about lattice? Like the little like crossy things that people grow vines on. In my experience, people always have them and there's not enough vines on them yet. So then I'm just like, I want to be in the shade, but there's no shade. Instead, I'm just getting a weird sunburn.
Interesting. Um,
You're like, I have no
I don't
opinion.
know.
You're the one
I
that's
don't
going, you're
know.
shooting them all the time.
I don't know if I'm neither for nor against.
I'm against. Unless you can also drop ship me a bunch of already grown vine and ivy. I'm not interested. So
Okay.
we're gonna play the game of the real estate where it's what is it, list it or keep it. I'm gonna say list it. I don't want it.
Oh my gosh.
This is a drone
List
shot
it
that
or
we
keep it.
have of, and we're in Southern California, right?
We're in Northern California.
We're in Northern California. Okay. Um, and so
Yep,
doing some drone shots of those. Do you have to have a drone license to fly
you
in
do.
Northern California? You do. Okay. So you have your
You
pilot's
do.
license.
So the biggest thing is honestly, if you're gonna you're if you're working for money, you need to have
What else would you
said,
be working for?
if you're making money off your drone, you need your license. If you're doing it for fun, you can fly a drone.
Okay.
Obviously, you need to respect the airspace, and most products like DJI drones is the most common. They'll tell you when you can't fly somewhere, and you just need to
Yeah.
obey that. Like I
Okay.
was just in national park, and you can't fly in national parks, so just a
Oh
little
man,
PSA, don't do that.
I'm
There
on
was a
the
drone
road.
that fell into Old Faithful once, I think, and no longer. I think that guy probably ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, no kidding, man. And Old Faithful ate that drone, I'm sure. Sean saying that I burned 2 minutes in the sun. 2 minutes is a record for me. That's great. If I can make it 2 minutes without burning, that'd be awesome.
Sean, you should have seen me July 4th. I was a mess.
You're a tomato.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
to
rough.
put on sunscreen in the back of my legs. I was
Oh,
like, this is
oh, rookie
not good.
mistake. That's always rough.
Seriously.
So, but it's interesting here is we, for Firefly Boards here, we have all these videos, and you're just pulling them straight from your Explorer, your Finder on your system, and you're just plopping them right in there, and they're just living within Firefly Boards in your browser. So you can like leave this page, you can come back, you're still there, and it's all staying set up in this board, which is cool. You can also share this board with others. You can send it to me if you wanted to. Um,
I
and
could
it's a
send it
nice
to you,
little digital
Ryan,
tool.
but I'm not gonna give you trade secrets. I have my virtual Twilight prompt right here. Um, like I said, I think the best generations actually come from creating the image first.
Generation.
So let's see what we can do here.
All right.
Um, do I have the drone?
Happy Lobster Day to you too, Sean. Uh,
Lobster
every day is
Day.
Lobster Day.
No, 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 Lobster Day.
Uh,
Um, I want to take a still of this, actually. Let's just do it. That's so much easier than trying to find this photo. And
Now,
then
if someone
let's,
wanted, sorry, you go.
no,
If someone wanted to get
I'm just
into
working in the
real
background.
estate video, if they wanted to get into being able to help listing properties, how would they go about that? How did you get into it?
Honestly, just reaching out to like a local realtor in your area,
Hmm.
right? There's a million of them, and that's kind of how I got my start was just making some relationships in the area and then going from there.
Had you previously
Uh,
done any kind of spatial video capture? If like being able to just, did you like practice and then send it and be like, here's some practice? Or were you just kind of like, I'm a video editor, filmmaker, I can do this. Put me in, coach.
oh, well, I'm a big believer in like working for free or cheap. I think free is actually even better because then you're not putting a price on like your worth and what
Hmm.
your actual value is later once you master a skill.
Yeah.
I think if you have the means to work for free and then maybe have a job elsewhere while you build those skills, that's like the easiest way to then charging the right amount to clients.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, I definitely, I've been doing this for like 10 years. So working with various freelance clients, realtors among other, tech companies and schools and boards and all
And
different things.
how long would
And
you say that you did kind of like that free period? Like, did you feel like that could maybe be achieved in just, 3 or 5 projects, or was it something where you kind of like felt like you did mostly free stuff for like a year and then kind of was able to start charging for it? Obviously, everyone's
yeah,
different, but
I
just your
think I
experience.
think it's like if you get one good piece of portfolio for whatever you're working on under your belt for free. So
Hmm.
if it's a real estate, if you want to get into real estate, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes practice. Say you get one really good video or one really good house that's like a great portfolio that say you did for free. That like, and free is such a powerful word to clients because it goes
No
like
kidding.
they're like, oh, like really? And you're like, yeah. Um, and then if you have that, then you can go out and you can sell what you already made, but no one's gonna hire you on something that you haven't proven you can do before, right?
Yeah, I think that's a really great point because a lot of people want they say dream client or dream project, and they're like, well, I want to create the can for the next soda that's coming out. It's like, okay, well, do you have any examples of other ones? Like, well, no. It's like, okay, well, no one's ever going to be able to hire you for that because no one even knows that that's something that you're capable of doing. You don't even know if you're capable of doing it if you don't. So no one's
I
going to
think
hire you
this
for things that you can't
show
show.
Adobe Live is such a great testament. There's so many people that come on this show, and they are just working on a fun passion project of theirs that they want to get hired for, in the future. Whether that's setting up a photography shoot, and like, with your dream brand and like just making it shine, right? Those are the
Yeah,
things that will get you hired for what you want to do.
that's
Um,
great.
so. Yeah, we're getting deep out here. I thought we were just going to be generating
Generating
some
takes time though, so
virtual
we got
twilights, but
time to fill the in betweens.
that
And I've
makes me
got
so
plenty of questions
happy.
where that
I
comes
I
from.
think, yeah, if anyone ever in the chat or anything wants career advice, or unsolicited career advice, it's the Ryan and Jacob show.
Starring Ryan and Jacob.
That's right. I'm excited for this drone shot. Trying to make it virtual. So I went into Nana Banana and made it like darker, and then hoping I added a little prompt in using Runway Alf. Again, Runway Alf actually lets you use your image. Oh, I think I forgot to add the image though.
Oh yeah.
It lets you add the video. I'll just show you real quick. It's pretty cool. Um, if you go over to Runway Alf, I have the actual video that I can pin, which is unlike any other model where you actually can use your own video. And then the first frame I generated in Twilight. And
Yeah.
that's what we want to generate.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now here's a question for you. What is the biggest mistake that you feel real estate agents make when they're filming? Like, well, not, I guess you're not a real estate agent, but like when someone's creating a video, what is the biggest mistake that people make when they're creating these videos?
Ooh, that's tough. What is the biggest mistake?
Like improper lighting. I feel like color temperature of lighting probably is pretty important, right?
Yeah, time of day, right?
Time
I
of
like
day.
to shoot at high noon if possible
Okay.
because I think, you want the house to have as much natural light as possible.
Yeah.
Um, but most of the people that I work with, I don't work with like newer real estate agents. I work with like larger teams or people that sell like 10 to 20 homes a year.
Wow.
And so it's definitely a formula to selling um, real estate. like successfully, I find.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm like kind of blanking because everything feels kind of like second nature to me of like what you
absolutely.
actually do. But
Yeah,
maybe
do you
if
feel
you
like you
ask,
know a lot more about real estate and housing than you ever planned to? Like you
yeah,
probably know all the terms in ways that you didn't know before.
yeah, but yet, I still can't afford a house. So,
We'll see if
you
they can
know,
give you one for your work.
that's right. Can we just trade some videos? Um,
And
there's a
and so
dog
for
bowl
these, do
built
you tend to
into
get
this.
blueprints and then go in and like be like, okay, we're gonna walk from this corner to this corner, this corner, this corner, or do you kind of go to the space and then just kind of feel it out every time you're there?
Yeah, yeah. You want it to feel wide. You want to like be on the back of your be in the corners of the property to really show it off, right?
Yeah,
I just have some shots here. Like, you just want to be at the very ends of the property to really get that feel going.
yeah.
Um, so I want to do
Uh,
the same thing here while we're generating this one. I'm gonna take another screenshot. Um,
Also,
and
Dan is asking if you ever use still frames to create a video, which we kind of messed with a little bit earlier, right?
we're making a still frame in Nana Banana right now. Here's my Let me go find my virtual Twilight prompt, which I need to add into.
Also, Sean's talking about those 360 VR real estate videos. He was shooting those right before 3D scanners got big. He says, I got no work quickly. But yeah, no, I'm seeing a lot of those more. It's like does kind of the splatting situation where you go through, you kind of walk around and it creates like a 3D model of it. But in the same way that like I love that feature, I love being able to have a 3D model. I do think there is still a lot to be said of the same way that we appreciate seeing a movie is like having an artistic eye and having someone guide our vantage point and be able to like look at a space in a certain way. I think also goes uh, a really long way and has a lot of value.
100%. We do 3D tours for almost every property that goes online. And I think the one thing that it's helpful for is really just like mapping to understand the space. Like it's a little bit harder to understand a space. Um, by just seeing a clip of it, but being
Mm-hmm.
able to just like click around, I think is helpful if you're like the actual potential buyer. You're
Right.
like, you just like, this is great marketing material, but the 3D tours can be helpful. Like, where would I actually put my dining room table? Where would
Yep.
I actually like, what would I put in here? And you can just click around. That's the one thing. I'm creating another image, by the way. Ooh, here, this is beautiful.
Oh, hey, Winter. Good to
This
see
was
you.
for the
Welcome
client
in.
that didn't want virtual twilights, by the way. So I'm doing them a favor.
Oh, the glow of the
Uh,
street
there
lights
was
is
also
also even included.
this RV that they couldn't get moved in time.
Yeah.
The agent was like trying to call the city just to get it out for pictures, basically.
Yeah.
And so with the power of Photoshop too, it's really easy to just select this little RV and get it out of there, which we did in the final images, but I wasn't able to do that in the final video. Video is a little bit trickier, but with AI, if we played around enough, we could probably remove that RV. I don't know how really important it is in the grand scheme of
Right.
things. I think
I
the
never get
photo,
hung up about that. I think it's always so funny when people do. Uh, like just has the RV around, but I'm like, okay, whatever. The person likes to camp in luxury, camp in that. You sometimes do a camper, right? Or are you just full on tent guy?
yeah, I was in Yosemite, and one of the nights we just cowboy camped, just had a little tarp and a just didn't want to bring
The
a
whole
tent
thing.
up with us. Yeah, we were like climbing Half Dome, and I was like, maybe we'll just um do it like this. So I'm gonna use Runway Alpha again, and
Glamping, says Cody. Glampering, says Sean. Also had a cute
glampering.
little, a little bit of a dog cameo over your shoulder, which is always appreciated. Um,
Oh, hey Harper,
just
how's
a
it
little tiny
going?
bit.
You want to help me
Uh,
generate some more images? Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
no, you want to generate.
Oh man, that makes me so happy. Honestly, no, chat. Harper, you never make an appearance in here. That makes me so happy. Wow. Everyone needs a little puppy. She's not a
Just
puppy
looking at
though.
the
She's
thing.
11 years old. She's an
Oh,
old
that's a
lady.
puppy. You're good to go.
It's a very good girl. Very good girl. Thank you for distracting me. Back to generating, folks.
That's what we're all here for.
We're changing this to golden hour, taking this video and then this prompt. This one's gonna look really good, I think. So click generate. And then let's also see, this is using Runway Alpha using the actual video. Let's try it in VO as well, just to see.
And do you find yourself kind of hopping between a lot of the different models when um you're approaching these different things, or is there one that you kind of tend to always kind of gravitate towards?
Well, back to my cheat sheet over here, I find that Runway Alpha is great. This is just for video.
Mm-hmm.
Runway Alpha is great for virtual twilights when it's the footage you shot. Cling is really good for these multi shots. I actually did a whole stream on this. It was really cool. Firefly, always safe for client work if you're worried about, you know, just these models, like, they're partner models, but they're more for fun.
Yeah.
Um, and Veo is Google's model, and it's kind of like Nano Banana. So if you're familiar with Nano Banana, there's a new one called Gemini Omni Flash where you edit by chatting. Kind of
Oh,
cool. And that's
so kind of
inside
like that back and
boards.
forth.
That should be another stream. I haven't had enough time to play around with it, so
Mhm.
um but yeah,
Uh,
we're just over here generating some stuff. I want to see what else we can generate, and then we're gonna move into Premiere.
all right. And on that note, we are about halfway through our stream already. So I just want to take a quick moment to welcome anyone who is joining us later in the stream. I also would love to take the opportunity to show you guys a quick take a look at our schedule. This is our schedule for the week. You can check it out always on the Discord as well. But you can see we are here on Tuesday with Jacob and myself. Right up after this, we have art direction with
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And then we have art direction with Firefly Boards with Adobe Office Hours, episode 310. You don't have to start at episode 1. You can join live. You can make 310 your first one. Tomorrow, we have some studio sessions. Very excited to have Jorge on the show, who we've had multiple times on Adobe Live, and he does sports design and is a very great guy. So make sure you check that out tomorrow morning, followed by File New, which is my design and news show, and some Cinema Collective at the end of the day. I've got a jam-packed Thursday and Friday as well. I won't bore you guys by going through all of it, but you can check out all of this schedule and everything else on both the Discord. You can go to the YouTube page, you can go to the post tab, and I posted it as a YouTube post as well. You can also always go to Adobe, what is it? adobe.ly and then slash either the day of the week, and that'll give you the one for the one. Or you can also look at just this week on Adobe Live, which is there. So it is all yours, and we hope to see you in other streams as well. But we're still here for about 30 more minutes, so I don't want to take it away from Jacob.
Take it away. Take it away, Ryan. And
Take
I'll
it away,
be
take it away,
running
take it away.
all those shows this week. So if you have any production notes, if the stream is lagging in any sort of way, just let me know. Say, Jacob in the chat.
And that's
What did
because
you do
Jacob
wrong?
is the master behind the computer many times for a lot of these streams, including in studio ones. So you're going San Francisco tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're live from SF Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, y'all.
Ooh,
So
okay.
back in the
Loaded studio
studio,
day.
we actually we run a lot of the show, not to bore the audience, but we run a lot of the show remotely. Um, and so it's always fun to be in San Francisco in the studio, um, face to face. I feel like the shows are always really fun that way. So
It was a
tune
really
in.
great
It'll be
time.
it'll be a really good week. Um,
And we're kicking it off right. I mean, yesterday we had some TikTok streams, but this is the start of our YouTube scheduling for this week. So it's great to have you guys here.
Great to be here,
Um,
Ryan.
Great to be here. Yeah, it's great. Friend
I'm
of the
I'm
show.
just like a menace right now. Like I'm a generating menace. I'm making so many things. Look at all
All
this
right. Now,
stuff.
while you're generating, I can have another question for you about creating some real estate videos. Do you feel like there's like a trend that you see a lot right now that will like probably date the listings or things that are just kind of annoying that people need to stop filming and doing right now?
Yes. Yes. I
What is
feel
that?
like your first question, I was like, man, I have it all in my head, but I don't know. But I will say there's a lot of fads in real estate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one thing that stays is just trying to tell the home story. A lot of things, we like to add a voiceover with a lot of our clients of like
Yeah.
just details of the home that the seller wanted to point out.
And you're
Things that
hooking them up with a lavalier, or are you doing like a boom mic?
Yeah. We mic them up. We do little intros. That is such a good segue, Ryan, to Premiere, because we have one word captions now, and I actually added them into here. This is the intro, and then
Ooh.
we also have a full script that we. Oh, there's some noise on that.
Well,
I'm
we
getting
can't
ahead
hear
of
it,
myself
so
on new features.
you're good to
Um,
go.
and we have one word captions now in Premiere. I usually trim this vertically for social media. And then this 16 by 9 version um, sits on like Redfin or Zillow. And so buyers, when they're clicking around, can watch this video. Um, it the actual final video, you'll see it actually has like a full voiceover of the like this is what the final looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we actually cut in um,
Oh, nice little
video,
overlays
things like
too.
that. Yeah. So, and then like after he's done talking, it goes into like a voiceover while each of the things are being described. Um, and I think that's a trend that doesn't go away. There's a lot of like real estate, like quick cuts, crazy transitions, like all this stuff. And I think that's really
Memes.
cool in like sort of the luxury space. Like, I think it just depends your market, right? Like if you're in
And if you're going to need it
Miami,
to be evergreen or not, right? Like if you're selling a bunch of apartments in a gigantic building, like you're going to want to make sure that that kind of can exist for several years, whereas maybe just one house, you expect to sell it within the year and then not sell it for many years after that. So I guess that has your flexibility.
100%. And I think it just depends like the area too, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you're just not going to be doing that in the suburbs on like a simple quaint home like this, right? Like if it's like
Yeah.
a penthouse Miami suite, like sure, go all in with like that lifestyle, those epic transitions, but you just kind of got to know your audience, I think, at the end of the day, and like that would be my biggest advice to I mean just creators in general, but yeah. Oh, now we have a new guest.
Do have a new guest.
And did
And
you know
if you
my
can see
dog Harper loves cats? So maybe one day there can be a collab, the collab of the century.
collab of the century, we'll see. Um, I'll keep him on here for a little bit, but we'll get rid of him in just a minute.
So look how
Um,
quick these virtual twilights came out. I didn't even take the photos we took. I just took the screenshot of the video because again, I'm
yeah.
trying to turn this into video. And I just gave it a quick little prompt and it made all these and we're going to turn it into videos.
Well, that is very convenient just because then also you don't have to entirely rely on everything that you capture in person uh, while the day of shooting. So if you miss something, you can always come back and you can always kind of make up for it, which is nice.
Something I keep forgetting to do is this load prompt button. I keep
Yes.
wanting to
And what does that
generate
do?
things and I'm like copying and pasting my thing. If I click load, it brings this back. So then I can delete this and I can add my new prompt, right? So
And it
now I
just
can
reloads
go,
it from
oh,
previous, right?
that's the prompt I used in the model that I used. And now I can repeat this another 4 times.
And that's not
And I
even like
can't wait.
copy and paste, right? Like that's like even if you come back, weeks later, you can still use that button and you're still able to um, uh, load that prompt entirely from the data that's on the board, right?
Yeah, that's honestly the craziest part that it like it just auto-filled that again for me. Okay, let's create that. And then we're gonna do
Good to
that for
know.
this one. Video, pin the video, first frame, the twilight we just made. Okay. We're just like firing these off right now. I think I got a good system going and I'm like feeling good because I'm going to show you the ultimate party trick at the end of this. It's a new feature in Premiere that I don't even think
Ooh.
you know. That I
Oh.
don't even think you know,
Yeah, I
Ryan.
don't even
That it can.
you know, Ryan.
I'm serious.
All right. Well, I'm ready for
I'm
it.
like
Uh,
super serious, Ryan.
I always am trying to stay up to date, but it's been so much lately that
It is
uh
overwhelming, to
overwhelming.
say the least,
And in the best way.
in the best way. Honestly, I mean, we wouldn't want it any way other way. I think knowing these AI tools for like video and stuff is really cool. Um, and we should really just embrace them, right? Um, okay. I'm trying to make sort of like a montage of this property is what I found to be the coolest. I know I briefly touched on like the virtual staging thing. I think that's really cool as well, what I was able to do over here. I
Uh-huh.
kind of breezed over it because I'm running low on time, but really, really cool stuff that we took this empty room and we were able to just make it feel the same.
Ooh,
Really,
okay.
really impressive. I mean, people spend a lot of money on staging, and if you're able as a seller to, keep some money in your pocket, it's kind of impressive and still have effective marketing, right? Okay. Um, Premiere. So
Premiere.
I
We're
previewed it.
here for the premiere.
I previewed it really quickly earlier, but and I didn't even know this was not even true, but one word captions. So one word playing at a time.
Yeah.
That wasn't in Premiere,
You
and now
you
it
had
is.
to see, so they launched this, they make it a lot easier now. Before you had to do this crazy workaround, you could kind of make it happen, but it was you had to struggle to make it work, and now it's just kind of like a one click
That's right.
solution, which is so much nicer.
So much nicer. So, I don't know for anyone that doesn't know how to make captions, I thought I would just show real quick. We're gonna go into Rustic. Actually, I need to go into this file. We're gonna go find Rustic. We're gonna go into here.
Oh. Also, I'm seeing a great question from Truth Goodness Beauty asking about where you're generating, if you're generating within Premiere or Firefly. Looks like Cody was able to uh, give some context with Firefly Boards, but it's fun to be able to see you kind of hop between the two so seamlessly because we're also hopping into Premiere a little bit too, but most of your generation is all happening directly within Firefly Boards.
Yeah, but that's the kicker for later. There is a new feature out that integrates boards straight into Premiere that I want to show you.
Ooh,
So
all right.
hold your horses.
Hold your
Hold your
horses.
horses. I getting distracted. It's my ADD, y'all. We did just generate some epic shots though. Can we talk about this?
Yeah, I would love to.
Man, seriously, we will get to new Premiere features. Look at that.
Ooh.
Unreal.
I can hear the crickets, the cicadas.
Wow, that's
Exactly.
epic. Holy crap. I'm so impressed. That was from this, y'all.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That's
there's no
nuts.
sign of any sort of shadow, any of the highlights. Like it's really good at matting the whole ground and even the cushions. Um, and then even removing some of the shadow that's like within the leaves themselves on the tree is exciting to see.
That's what I just love about. Wow. This is crazy. That's what I just love about these live streams is, the more you work in boards and things like that, you just discover these workflows like,
Yeah,
oh, you need to use Nana Banana first to make the Twilight and then run it into Runway Alf. Like these are such niche things that like you only really find out by just trial and error, right?
trial and error,
Working in boards or talking
taking
it through.
notes, making cheat sheets for yourself,
That's right. I mean,
experimenting, and then learning from that.
all this technology is so new that it can feel so intimidating, but like if you just, treat it like, hey, we're going to try a bunch of things and half of them aren't going to work, but some of them we're actually going to be able to sell to like clients or things like that. Like this is the kind of thing that like, oh my gosh, we could literally incorporate this into a video. Like I'm really hyped right now to the point that I'm gonna get back to captions later and I want to just show you exactly what I was talking about. I can take these 4 clips and add them into the rustic video. Rustic is the name of the street this house was on.
Ooh,
If I click this dot 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 and I click premiere, check this out, chat. It
yeah, so
says the files are ready in my desktop, and it just added them as a sequence.
as a sequence side by side, nonetheless. Like, so not even stacked, but just like already in video form.
That's right. That
Yeah.
is right. So now when I throw in my intro and my outro to make one word captions, we already have it. Okay, right here. Check
And then
this
also
out.
when you're making these kind of intro and outros, are you showing up to the site with a script in hand, or do you build them out on site?
We actually usually have the clients make the scripts since they kind of directly talk with the sellers about
Mm-hmm.
like maybe the things that they want to highlight.
Right.
Um, but we might get more into script making because there are some people that just don't have enough
That maybe
time. And
needs some help too.
yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go over to captions and graphics. And this is honestly, let's go back to color real quick, chat. I mean, I'm just not liking this look, so I got a good LUT right here. Stallman would recommend.
And you just have
Um,
all those kind of saved in its own little folder you have that you can then preload everything into your color profile.
that's right. I think we're a bit zoomed in too because I shot this in what's called open gate, where it's square, so you can crop it
Yes.
better for vertical and horizontal. So I'm just gonna click fit to frame.
Got to focus on both formats.
Yeah, y'all. Fill frame. There we go. I'm gonna fix the
Truth,
highlights.
Goodness Beauty is asking if Firefly Boards is including in the Adobe subscription. Yes, it is. You can access Firefly Boards just by going to firefly.adobe.com. And then you have access to the boards, you have access to image generators, and you can hop on in. Same
Okay,
with Adobe Express.
we're gonna create captions from this transcript, y'all. I opened up my little, it was hidden, so if you ever can't find it, it was just under window and text. I'm gonna create captions. You can make presets too, um, so things are quicker. Hey everyone, it's Irfan, and I'm not liking that. So I'm gonna undo. I'm gonna hit create captions, and I'm gonna open this up
All right, what are we
because
looking at in here? What's this
I
do?
want these to be single word. Got single line,
Nice.
double line, single word. And I don't have a style on this computer, but usually I make little styles, so it's quicker for me to make these captions. I'm gonna click create captions.
That's great because
Um,
previously you had to kind of like drag those sliders to the side to be like, I want the minimum characters to be, you know,
yeah.
7 and like pause between words 1. But now you can just literally click one single word and it'll do everything for you. It grays out. It's like nothing else is important. We've got one word.
If you hit the A key,
Hmm.
it changes our mouse to this little clicker. And if I hold the shift key, it'll just be on one line. So I can just now click. So shift and I can click backwards all of these captions I just built and I can change like the text. So I'm going to change the text to Proxima Nova.
And the reason he hit shift there is because if he doesn't hit shift, it's going to just actually select everything from the playhead to the right. So it's going to just do absolutely everything on all tracks, his audio track, his visuals, his subtitles. So shift lets you navigate between different layers of your timeline to just do single rows, which is cool.
That's
Very
right.
handy. Especially rather than
What
like a lot of people will zoom out and try to like click and drag and do the whole thing. It's like you don't have to do all that work. Just press
you
the
know
A
what
button.
a lot of people don't add is like these little backgrounds. I love like just a little gray background. I think
Mm-hmm.
it just adds such a better visibility element to, and I
Helps with
always add the
accessibility
border.
too.
Yes, and I just add a little bit border on it. I think it just makes it look a little bit, even if the opacity's down a little bit, I think it's
Yeah.
just looks better. Hey everyone, it's Irfan Modir with Interior Real Estate, and here's my newest listing, 2948. So right when he says that, we want to cut to the front of the house. And we can leave the captions on the video while he's talking. Wow.
Ooh. And it's nice that it's going as scrolling in real time to show you also what is happening in the Windows panel, as well as scrolling to the side in the subtitle section on the top.
He says nearly 1,400 square feet. And then I think he starts talking about the area. He's still talking about the inside. Obviously, we have all the footage for that, but we're not going to show it in this example. Um, ooh, we talked about the backyard again, so gotta show that shot. Backyard. Wow. I'm so impressed. I'm just impressed with myself. Like, we
You
whipped
did
this up in
this.
like 20
This was
minutes.
you.
This was like 20 minutes, y'all. Imagine like what an hour does. Like, I'm just like, what? That's crazy.
And I love the beam of the
We
light kind of
shot this
coming
in
in
the
from the
middle of
side
the
too.
we shot this in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like this I would give this to a client. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one word captions, really cool. There's a list. If you go and just Google what's new in Premiere, it'll just
Hmm.
tell you what's new. Um, and that's where I learned about this Firefly Boards media thing, where if you right
Yep.
click, it just opens up into Premiere. That is like so nice. I mean, the less that we need to like be downloading each individual thing, the
Yep.
better. There's a ton on top of single word captions. There's a ton of new effects that are in Premiere. One of them that I thought was kind of sick was this magnify effect that
Yeah.
I I literally highlighted a clip while we were talking because I was like, wait, there's this dog bowl in this video right here,
Ooh, and
like
it's built into the wall, which is
built
nuts.
into the wall. I was like, you know what we need to do? We need to magnify this.
I think it also does it also have a faucet?
Yeah, it has a faucet,
That's
Ryan.
incredible.
I have a closer up shot of it, but just for fun, I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a far away shot. Why don't we show the dog bowl? So let's go into effects. And I typed in magnify. And look at this.
Whoa, it adds the drop shadow and everything.
And there's all these fun little surprise me buttons. You
I
can
love
you
the
can
surprise me
change
button.
the
Oh, we can
the
change the
looks
shape
of
of it
it.
as well. Oh, and you can even gray out the background.
Look at it
Wow.
randomizes the shape controls. Okay, so now we're just being silly, right? So I'm gonna
No,
just
but this
delete.
is fantastic. That's great. That's
Okay,
good to know.
I want to bring over the position over to where the dog bowl is. Let's bring it down. It's like, look at the dog bowl now. And the basic one I think is perfect, but like literally you have
Yeah.
so many controls. Like you can randomize lens control, you can randomize like
The
this.
border.
Like guys, this would take so much futzing around in
Yep.
like these little settings. I'm like, this is so
Or even
fun.
having
You
to
just
hop into like After Effects or have to like duplicate your
yeah.
source material and put a mask on it and then add like all these different things. It's crazy that it's just one effect now is crazy. Cody says that's awesome. That's a selling point. Cody's gonna buy the house just for the thing.
For the dog bowl?
And
Yeah, right. I thought that was a fun touch.
Dan is
You know,
also
you could
wondering if you ever change like the talking videos to Twilight as well for consistency, or if you tend to kind of have that just kind of set.
whoa. Guys,
So,
imagine we turn this whole video into I so normally we play just the regular video. So
mhm,
that like here's what it normally looks like. He's describing the house. Um oh, we need to fill frame. This is in 1080p, I think. Fill frame. Um Usually we put the daytime shots. I think that the twilights would look good, not when he's talking, because you're right. It is a little bit jarring to see a twilight shot and then back to daytime. We
yeah.
probably could. I've never done it before, and it would probably take a bit of time to generate because again, this is like a
Yeah, we've only
minute
got
long
like
thing.
5 minutes left.
But how cool would that be, right? You match this daylight with the
It just looks like he's been standing there saying the same thing for forever.
yeah.
Like, how
Yeah,
many
you
times
just
did they
do the
shoot this?
outro, because they film little outros in the backyard,
Hmm.
for like the end of the video. So like, what if you made the outro, Twilight, like he's been there all day?
He's been there all day just showing the house. The house is so big, it takes all day to show.
Yeah. So there's some really fun, and like I said, just, check out if you're ever curious when you click update in Premiere.
Yep.
If you're ever curious what actually is getting updated, just give it a quick Google search. Um, I'm
It's right
I'm
in the help
always
X.
impressed. You learn some crazy new things, like even the fact that there is like this new gradient thing. If you go into
Yep.
effects and you just type in gradient, you just have like all these gradients. They also, by the way, they left all the original, because I'm kind of an old man too. Like I'm like when I upgrade, I'm like, where's my old thing? Like they left
Yeah.
all the original effects in this legacy tab. So like literally untouched. So if you're an old man like me and you're like
You
wondering
want
where
to go
that
back?
one transition is, it's
Still
all under
there.
legacy. But this new
Uh,
one,
and then yeah, I mean, sorry, no, you keep going, keep going.
this new gradient though, it has the same surprise me button. I've noticed a lot of these effects all have the surprise me,
I love
and
the
it
surprise
just
me button.
changes whatever you want. I was like, oh my gosh, so fun. You can
So
randomize the gradient,
it's very Looney Tunes right there.
randomize. Like,
Right.
oh my gosh, color control.
Wow.
Get
And then,
something
by the way, are you shooting these on Sony or Canon?
Lumix. I
Lumix and
am a
neither they
Panasonic
both.
man
You're a
through and
Panasonic
through.
man. I'm
Yeah,
also on a Lumix right now, but
very
uh,
hot take.
if you
Honestly, the
guys,
most of the industry is more Sony or Canon. The one thing though is like that open gate that I was telling you about. Like this is our ability to crop this um is really cool. Like for social, you see how far away he is? I can go fit to frame and I can crop that
bring it
because
on in.
of Lumix.
But I will say, if you do shoot on Sony or Canon, Sony Burano V3 support is now in Premiere, and then also for Canon Cinema Raw Light support for 4 different Canon cameras is also included from the EOS C50, the EOS R6 Mark III, the EOS R6V, and the EOS C400. So that's some more raw support, which is just ever expanding, more formats, things are getting higher quality. Um, I mean, yeah, it's up to 120 frames per second at full frame anamorphic 5.8K and Super
Okay, now
35 crop 3.8K.
now you're overwhelming me with stats.
The stats and numbers, and I
Oh
sound super
man.
smart because I know
What
everything that I am
what a
saying.
time to be alive though. Like there are
I know,
just so many cool things coming out, y'all. I'm just like so giddy. Like
I know.
truly. Like I don't know. I'm just very impressed with what we did in 20 minutes generating these and what we can do with even more time. So go out there and try it out for yourself, please.
Oh, and Dan's saying that even the upcoming Sony FX5 will also have open gate. So that's exciting to see just the industry be able to react to the changing needs of video.
I heard
Well, let's
rumors
take,
about that, and I am very excited. Sorry, I'm very excited about OpenGate being more mainstream because
yes,
Lumix
please.
has done it for years. But to the schedule, Ryan.
I say even the phones. Let's make our phones open gate. Make everything square. Give me a square phone. No. Then one more look at the schedule right up after this. We do have office hours, so make sure you guys stick around. If you're here live, it will push you over there right away. Otherwise, make sure you check it out in the replays. And like I said, we got a loaded rest of the week. We are in studio for the next 3 days. So there's going to be a lot of fun, personality and camaraderie and friendship. And it's not the same without you. So make sure you guys join that. Thank you again to Jacob for walking us through all of these new updates, walking us through Firefly, showing us his process, giving us the inside scoop on real estate. And where can we find you if we want to check out more of your work?
Oh, follow me on Instagram at Jacob Phillips, modernhomemarketing.com, all the places. Don't be a stranger. Say hi.
Don't be a stranger. Well, thanks again. And we hope to see you guys real soon. Thank you again to Cody for modding, and thank you everyone who popped in with questions. Make sure you guys stick around because we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.